Good morning. It is 10:30, but because of daylight savings, it's actually 9:30, so I've got a whole extra hour today. What fun. I have no real plans for today. No idea what I want to do. I've kept saying for the past few days that I need to use the egg whites in the fridge, so I'll probably do something with that today. Oh, is it a meow cat? I have a little percher. Come on, perch. This one just likes to perch on your knee. So yeah, I'm going to have some breakfast. I have to edit yesterday's video, so that's going to be what I do for the morning. And then we'll see where we're at. You're sitting like a middle-aged man. Here's the situation. It's 2 o'clock and I've only just finished editing yesterday's video. I'm waiting for it to process and then I'll upload it. Oh, a lot of boob happening there. I'm going to upload that. I just have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of the day. I'm going to do a foot dance. So this was my list of boredom that I made the other day of things to do when I'm bored, and I have done some of them, so. Ooh, so therapeutic. Much therapy. Ooh. Now I just have to find something else to do today. She paused it! Testing out these Crocs as a replacement for my My Slides. 0 out of 10. Not recommend. We have another new butterfly. Hey dude. Here's the situation. I have been doing some research because I want to make one of those little apple pies that look like a rose. I will insert a photo of what I'm talking about. I want to make them. I also need to use up our egg whites that are in the fridge, and I also made lemon curd the other day, which to me says lemon meringue pie. So I'm thinking I'm going to make some short crust pastry that I can then use to make apple pie and lemon meringue pie, and I'm pretty sure we have some itty bitty pie pans. Fingers crossed that we do, so I can make both. Let's go on an adventure. So I was right, we do have some itty bitty pie pans. I think these ones will work well for the little apple pies. And then, oh my god, we have the cutest little also pie tins. But these are look at them in comparison to my hand, it's so cute. So I'm going to use these to make little lemon meringue pies. To the bowl of my food processor, I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of just all-purpose flour. I need to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which I'm kind of just going to guesstimate. That's probably too much, but that'll do. I'm going to give this a little blitz in the mixer, and then I'm going to add 170 grams of cold diced butter. Helps if I turn it on. So I'm just going to add my diced butter into the food processor. Unlike when I make a flaky pastry, I'm not too worried about leaving big chunks of butter in this because it's short crust, you don't want it to be super flaky. Yeah, it looks about right. Just, you can still see teeny tiny little lumps of butter, but nothing huge. To this I need to add 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. Oh, shit. So I'm going to do this kind of gradually. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons initially, then give that a blat. It's really not turning into a dough at all, and I'm only supposed to add 1 more tablespoon. Let's hope that this is the miracle tablespoon. Oh yeah, if I start to work that together, it's going to turn into a dough. We're good. So I'm just going to dump this out onto the counter and work it together. Now I'm going to shape this into like 2 discs and refrigerate it for half an hour. So before I start chopping the apples, I need to go and get a lemon juice. Wow. I need to go and get a lemon so that the apples don't go brown once I start cutting them. Hacha. This is our apple tree. You can see there's quite a few apples on there still. I already have some apples inside, so we'll use those ones. Just juice that lemon and put it into this bowl so that when I chop the apples I can put it in there to stop them from going brown. I just washed all the apples because we aren't going to be peeling them. We leave the skins on to create the rose look. I'm going to core them all and then use the mandolin to get nice fine slices. While I'm waiting for the apples to marinate, I'm going to roll out our pie dough and put them into the little itty bitty cases. I'll start with the lemon meringue pies, then I'll do the apple pies. So I had the tart shells for the lemon meringue pie in the fridge while I did the apple pie ones, and now I need to prep them to be blind baked. So I prepped some baking paper and I screwed it up first and then unscrewed it because it makes it a lot easier to then press it into the shape that you're after. And then you just fill the tart shell with rice. And repeat. Alright, so they're all done. I'm going to biff them in the oven because they are small tart shells. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them to make sure that they don't burn. These have been baking for about 12 minutes probably, and I just want to check to see if they're, oh god, close or not, without getting rice everywhere. I feel like I could probably do it with another 5 minutes, so I'm going to put them back in. So I've just got these out of the oven again. I gave them about another 5 minutes or so to cook. I just want to check again. Oh yeah, I feel like they're looking much better. I just want to check the bottom. I'm just going to, oh, absolute yes, perfection. Very proud, sign me up. So I have strained off our apples. You can see all the liquid like underneath there. We're going to use that to make like a caramel. And I'm going to start putting the apples into the tart shell. I've had the tart shells in the fridge, so they've gone hard now, which is exactly what we want. We don't want them to be too soft. I'm going to do this one by one. Wish me luck, because I don't know how this is going to go. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm super fucking impressed by that. Who would have thought? So after doing the first one, I've learnt something, which is all these like little shitty bits that I probably can't do anything with. I'm best to put them in the bottom because these pie dishes are quite deep, so the like apple isn't high enough to get right to the top. So if I kind of use some of these little shitty bits that I don't want to waste and put them in the bottom, and then use like the nice bits to create the like rose part. So I still have one more apple pie to make, but the liquid that's come from the apples I'm going to turn into like an apple caramel that we're going to put on top of the roses. So I'm just going to add this into a bowl. Then I'm going to add some, like just the tiniest bit of butter to this and put it on the stove top to sort of reduce down. So I have let these cool for a little bit. Now I'm just going to very carefully take out the rice, save that for the next time we want to blind bake something. Alright, these feel pretty cold, but I am just going to let them chill out the tiniest little bit more before I put in the lemon curd. While I'm waiting for those lemon meringue pie tart shells to cool down, I'm going to make an Italian meringue, which I'm going to put on top of the lemon meringue pies. I imagine I'm going to have some extra left over, so I'm just going to make some basic meringues as well. These are 4 egg whites that I had left over from the lemon curd that I made. I have had this in the fridge for the last couple of days. I've just got it out, I don't know, about an hour ago to bring back up to room temperature, because that's egg whites whip so much better if they're at room temperature. So I'm going to start by making a sugar syrup, which is again going to be 1:1 sugar and water, 200 grams of caster sugar, 200 mils of water. So I need to boil the sugar and water, which is on the stove, to quite a specific temperature to then like, it kind of like cooks the meringue as you're creating that, and it also helps to stabilize it. So I need to cook it to 115 degrees Celsius, and we have this very fancy digital thermometer that we got from Kmart for $6. This is amazing. So it is digital. It is digital. It also has this like little thing which I love, because if you're putting something into a pot, the bottom is going to touch the pot, and that's going to be hotter than what the actual liquid is. So this thing, when you put it on, I wonder if you're going to be able to see this. Let's see if I can focus it. No, I can't. Oh well, we tried. Basically it creates like a like guard around the end of it, so it's only getting the liquid, not the bottom of the pot. So yeah, I'm going to go and stick this in the pot, and we're going to wait for it to get to 115. So this is one of the jars of lemon curd that I made the other day, and I'm going to put that into the tart shells. Alright, so the sugar has reached the temperature I need it to. Now I am going to beat the egg whites to soft peaks. I'm just going to add a teeny tiny bit of crema tartar literally just like a pinch, which helps the egg whites stay as they are. So that looks like soft peaks to me. You can see that there is a little peak there, but it is not like overly hard. So at this point I'm going to keep mixing, and I'm going to slowly pour in the sugar mixture. So it's just been announced to me that Mum has made today's cocktail. So I'm going to go and see what it is.
I'll bring it into you.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting. Not the colour I was expecting. Why does it look milk-based again?
Tonight's cocktail I call a tropical ocean. Potentially it's a fail.
Cheers me. Why is it lumpy? Why is it lumpy? Why is it lumpy? Can you tell me what the lumps are, please? Can we strain it and then try again?
Just drink the fucking thing and don't be so fussy.
It's 7 o'clock, but it feels more like 8 o'clock. Mum's making dinner. I'm hanging out with Peanut. Oh, clearly not. Probably just gonna spend the rest of the night watching telly and probably edit a bit of the video for tomorrow. And that's about it. Excuse me, you're sitting on my seat.
Return that we go to, what we go into sort of post-lockdown is a very different sort of stage.
And until that happens...